Hey everyone. Hey, chapter 4, which is where we're now at, really looks into the question of civil liberties. And it's your rights as citizens that are guaranteed by the Constitution that basically are represented in the Bill of Rights, which comprise the first 10 amendments of the Constitution. Originally, there were going to be 12 of them, but only 10 got ratified, in case you didn't know that. So now you can impress your friends with what you know about the Bill of Rights. But these are rights that, on paper, represent the contract, if you would, between us, the citizens, and the government. The question I have for this is whether or not, when we look at this, is whether or not that they actually stand up to truth. If, in fact, we can actually actualize these concepts and what the amendment stands for. Or is it like most of the struggles that we have with the Constitution in terms of it has to do with interpretation? Who's interpreting what it means to have, for example, freedom of speech, or the right to bear arms, which is, of course, very controversial in the world we live in today? Did the Founding Fathers realize that we would have automatic weapons in the 21st century? Or would they maybe have written this differently, or maybe written it out of the Constitution, recognizing what has happened with guns in our society today? But also our rights as individuals, and again, how we're able to either get them to stand up for what they mean, or does the government get to take them away from us? There'll be a video we'll look at in this chapter called "This is what democracy looks like," and sometimes you don't find out how free you are until you push against the edges of the fence around you. And in our country, we have a pretty big fence, but you'll also find that some people who've challenged it, and what happens when they do, and I think sometimes that's a little bit disturbing. So let's dive in and take a look.